Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourselves today and to nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level, and to get with alkalinity, then you can generate some static electricity, send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on connection to the electromagnetic field and I guess methods for doing this for yourself and universal resonation, what this is, and coming into a type of higher reasoning in accordance with the universal resonance electromagnetically. Okay, so let's get into this. Um, so the electromagnetic field is literally an energetical field unifying everything. It is pretty much everything. Electromagnetic energy is pretty much is consciousness, right? The electromagnetic energy is conscious energy, right? There's unconscious energy and there's conscious energy, and the electromagnetic energy is conscious energy or consciousness, right? So the electromagnetic field permeates everything. It is everything, right? And you can connect yourself to this. Um, and this is what you want to do, right? So what they like to do is they like to disconnect people from the source of things, right? And they like to disconnect people from the earth, and they like to disconnect people from the universe, so they can put people in separation states, right? So they can build egoic fashions, and make you feel like a very very small organism, and they want to put you out of your nature, right? A lot of the time, um, and this is like the societal way of things. This is the way a lot of how society works, right? Um, and what you want to do for yourself is you want to connect yourself back to the universe. You want to connect yourself back to source. You want to connect yourself to the earth, right? Because this is where you're going to come into higher states of consciousness in connection rather than being disconnected. Um, and when you are connected, you're going to be able to experience deeper states of unity, and you're going to experience deeper states of bliss and love where there is no fear, because fear is an illusion, right? It's only something that the ego is thriving off of. Fear is very, very, very minute, and it's very, very, fear is something that you don't need to live with, right? Because we don't actually exist, and our lives, physical lives here in the third dimension, which fear can be found in, is only temporary, right? But we're existing on multiple dimensions, and life is eternal. So there is no reason to fear when you know that the root of fear, which is the unknown, which is also linked to our death, which is also unknown to us, is um, is going to be dissolved away along with the fear when you come into the gnosis or the knowledges of eternal life, right? Which is the truth. We are eternal in our life. So the root of fear, which is the unknown, or even death, because it is so unknown to us nowadays, um, can be dissolved away, and the fear that comes with that unknowingness, right? So you can get rid of fear very, very easily by connecting yourself with the universe, because then you can expand your awareness. You can come into an experience of complete universal unification, right? And deep, deep bliss and love along with this, right? And nowadays people don't like to love because they're afraid of the vulnerability, right? They'd rather try to grasp any type of control, right? To control the situation and bend it into their egoic effort, will, or whatever you want to call it, right? But um, the vulnerability is needed, right? Which people don't like to be vulnerable because society has taught them indifferently, right? Society doesn't teach, especially the male, that that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to show emotions, because it is. And we are all built, or we are all made up of both feminine energy and masculine energy. So we are both male and female, no matter the dominant anatomy that's manifested itself, right? So if so, society teaches nowadays how to be masculine dominant for the most part, right? Especially Western civilization, because it is left brained, right? And left brainedness is corresponding to the masculine energy, which is objective, reasoning, logical, um, and mathematical, right? So they're also teaching things like not to not to show any type of vulnerability, right? And this is obviously just to support the corrupted densifications, right? Or the corrupting densifications, um, and the imbalancedness, I guess. But vulnerability is what you need, and everybody needs vulnerability for their flow. For everything in your life, you need to be vulnerable, because this is how you love, right? And if you can't love, then you're poisoning yourself, and it's that simple, right? um, you're poisoning yourself with anger, you're poisoning yourself with apathy, you're poisoning yourself with greed, grief, whatever you want to call it. It's all poison. um, and the only way to get rid of this is to empower yourself. And you empower yourself by connecting with the universe, with the earth, right? And this is why they disconnect us in the first place, because they want to make us weak so that they can take charge of us as gods, right? In our amnesial state. Um, and empowering yourself can start literally with just connecting yourself with the earth, the universe, by getting in resonation with the electromagnetic field, right? The electromagnetic field, once again, is consciousness, because electromagnetic energy is conscious energy. Um, so you connect yourself with this by tuning in and tuning into the frequency of the electromagnetic field, and then sustaining that tune. And then you start to come into resonation, and then you start to reflect the very the very fabric of the universe, or the very electromagnetic energy that permeates the entirety of existence, right? And the reason why you want that is because it's going to allow you to dissolve away your ego. It's going to allow you to dissolve away your individuality and all fear-based vibrational patterns, and it's going to allow you to liberate yourself into a higher consciousness, into a love, a more powerful force, into something that is more able to understand, rather than running away from things, because that's what fear is. Um, a fear vibration will have you like run from shit, right? But love is going to help you to understand and just be there in the light of it, right? Um, so you connect yourself with the electromagnetic field, and it can easily help you, and that's pretty much all that is needed a lot of the time. And you do this by connecting with nature, right? Because there's ways that they can actually disconnect you from the electromagnetic field, and a lot of it is within the societal way of life. Um, and what they're doing to nature. This the reason why we're living so disharmoniously in collection is because of the way that we're doing things, right? We're kind of just tarnishing lands and whatnot, and we're just destroying everything. Um, which destruction doesn't have to be a bad thing. You know, destruction is literally a face of creation. Um, so you don't have to see it as something absolutely detrimental, but you also got to understand that you also can accelerate this for yourself, the entire process of connecting yourself with source once again, and acting for the force to liberate the globe rather than destroying it, so you can begin with the electromagnetic field, right? Um, you're probably not going to be able to see this with your physical eyes, but you're definitely going to be able to feel it if you're able to connect yourself with it more so, right? Which you do through connecting with the earth physically, literally, mentally, spiritually. You connect yourself with the earth, and the earth is already connected very, very deeply with the entirety of the universe, right? So if you connect yourself with the earth, you're connecting yourself with the universe. And it's as simple as you start to connect with the electromagnetic field and get in resonance with the universe, um, and expanding your awareness through that, you start to understand more divine things, right? And one thing that I wanted to talk about was the mathematics, because everything is mathematics, right? So um, once you start expanding awareness through resonating with the electromagnetic field of the earth and the universe, uh, divine math, or just the language of the universe, which is mathematics, it reveals itself to you. And you literally, once you start slipping into those mathematical states of consciousness, um, you can easily start seeing patterns that are building up all of nature, because all of nature is mathematical, right? But once again, the societal way of doing things is blocking our connection to the universe. So the expansion of awareness is not there for people, so they cannot see. Awareness and expansion, or awareness and consciousness, is literally another um, eye, right? The two physical eyes aren't able to show you everything, but consciousness is able to show you a lot more. So once you start expanding the consciousness, everything at some point turns into mathematics. Um, and as you get into the universal mathematics or divine mathematics that permeate everything electromagnetically, you can easily see the the bull, right, or the bullshit that gets conditioned into you, right, within the earlier stages of your life, whilst living in society or other corrupted terrains, right? Um, but the mathematics, they're gonna guide you, or they're gonna help you, right? Very, very deeply, because everything is mathematics, right? Mathematics is like the laws of the universe, or even language of the universe. Everything is built off, everything of the universe is mathematic, right? So if you start observing nature more often, then you can easily start picking up more natural mathematics, and natural mathematics is going to help you with seeing through the veil that has been placed over your eyes, very, very simply. And this is going to help you with awakening. This is going to help you with enlightenment and illumination. Um, and you got to just observe nature, right? Because nature is holding the divine math, while here in the more synthetic world, they don't really give all the divine mathematics, because they keep it for themselves, so they can keep a veil over a lot of the mass, right? But you can get all those mathematics for free, and you can acquire them, and you can integrate them into your being by just getting in connection with nature more often, right? And getting deeper into the subconscious mind, where you are going to be able to find these deeper languages, or mathematics, or law, right? Um, so you connect yourself with the electromagnetic field. It's very, very simple. All you got to do is connect with nature more, because nature is literally the source for being able to get back into connection, right? Anything that intuitively is telling you that anything that is telling you intuitively that you are being disconnected further from the source of things, or creation, and from the electromagnetic field creating all of existence, you get away from, right? If it's disconnecting you, it's making you stupid. It's trying to enslave you further into a deeper state of ignorance, right? So you can also use that type of thing as well, for teaching you what to involve yourself with, to be able to come into a expanded state of consciousness, right? Whatever is bring you lower into more ignorant state, you want to let that teach you, so that you can find and involve yourself in something which is going to bring you into a more elevated, educated state. And you want to self-educate yourself from this, right? You don't need the institution system, because the institutional system is also part of the enslaving system. It's here to enslave you, and it's here to sap your soul, and it's here to keep you in a reincarnation system, right? But if you're staying in that, that's also up to you. You know, you can do it any way you want to do it as well. So I do thank everybody for watching once again. Peace out. One love, and have a great evening.